The first line never sounds like one. It slides through cracks of routine. Soft, believable, harmless. I'll be late tonight, love. Big project due. That's what Emma said that Thursday evening, pressing a kiss against my cheek as she grabbed her laptop bag. Her perfume lingered long after she left, that familiar scent that once meant comfort, but, for some reason, didn't feel like home anymore. Something inside me twisted uneasily as the clock hit 9:47 p.m. She hadn't texted. She always texted. Even on her busiest nights, there'd be a quick, still working. Don't wait up. But that night, silence. I tried to brush it off. Maybe she was buried in spreadsheets. Maybe her phone had died. I poured myself another coffee and tried to focus on the low hum of the TV. Then my eyes caught something, a small glowing icon on the kitchen counter. Her tablet. Emma never left it behind. I told myself not to snoop. That trust was the foundation of our marriage. But as the minutes stretched into hours, my resolve cracked. I picked it up. It unlocked without a password. Her messages were ordinary. Work chats, family threads, a few Pinterest boards full of wedding gowns. Ironic, considering we'd been married 8 years. Then I saw it. A small gray app tucked between her notes and calendar. Find My Ride, the GPS tracker she'd installed for her company car. My stomach knotted. I told myself it was harmless curiosity, that I'd open it, see her car near the office, and laugh at my own paranoia. But when the map loaded, the little blue wasn't near her office. It blinked from a quiet residential street 25 minutes away. Not a business district, not a co-worker's home, just someplace I didn't recognize. My pulse thundered as I refreshed the map again and again, praying it was a glitch. But it wasn't. The blue stayed still. Against my better judgment, I grabbed my keys. Betrayal has a weight to it, a sharp, physical ache that makes every breath hurt. Every red light felt like a punishment. Every street lamp, a spotlight on my foolish hope. Her car, a silver Civic with a tiny scratch on the left bumper, was parked exactly where the GPS said it would be, outside a cozy brick townhouse glowing with soft yellow light. I parked a few houses down, hands trembling. For a long time, I just sat there, staring. Maybe there was an innocent reason, I told myself. Maybe it was a client's house. Maybe she'd carpooled. Maybe, but then the door opened. Emma stepped out, her hair loose, blazer gone, wearing the cream sweater I'd bought her last Christmas. She was laughing. A man followed her, tall, confident, his hand on her back, a casual, intimate gesture that screamed familiarity. My world tilted. They stood close, talking quietly, and then he kissed her. Slow, unhurried, like it wasn't their first time. I couldn't breathe. My grip on the steering wheel went white. My mind whispered lies. It's not real, it's not her, but my eyes told the truth. That was my wife. My Emma. I didn't confront her. I wish I had. I wish I'd stormed up there, demanded answers. But I didn't. I drove home in silence, hollow, a man-shaped shadow. She came home an hour later, smelling faintly of mint gum and a cologne that wasn't mine. "Hey," she said, setting down her bag like nothing had happened. "Sorry I'm late." The presentation ran over. I stared at her. The practiced smile, the flicker in her eyes when she lied. "Long night, huh?" I asked. "Yeah," she sighed. "You know how it is." I nodded. "Yeah, I guess I do." She smiled, kissed me goodnight, and went upstairs. I just stood there, listening to her footsteps fade down the hall, feeling something inside me splinter beyond repair. The next few days were torture. Every morning, she left with the same excuse: big project, client dinner, late review, and every night, her car's GPS told a different story, different addresses, same man's townhouse. I started noticing other things too: the extra time she spent on her makeup, the sudden gym sessions, the lingerie receipt I found in the laundry. Love makes you blind. Betrayal gives you perfect vision. A week later, I decided I needed proof. Something undeniable. So I followed her. When she texted that she'd be stuck at the office, I drove there and parked across the street. At 6:17, she walked out, not toward the building but to her car, phone pressed to her ear, smiling. She didn't see me. I followed her through the dusk, headlights cutting through the fading light, straight to that same townhouse. I parked again, my hand shaking. She knocked once. The door opened. He pulled her in. The light went out. And that was the moment I stopped being her husband. I didn't confront her right away. I needed calm, not chaos. Closure, not revenge. The next night, she came home late again, humming under her breath as she poured herself wine and scrolled through her phone. "You seem happy," I said from the couch. She looked up, startled. "What? Just tired, I guess." "Work's keeping you busy, huh?" I asked. "Yeah." She smiled faintly. "You know how it is." I nodded slowly. "I do. By the way, how's the office on Maple Street treating you?" The color drained from her face. What do you mean?" I leaned forward, voice calm, almost gentle. "That's where your car's been parked every night this week." Her lips parted, but no words came out. I set my phone on the table. The GPS app still open. Her car's location pulsing on the screen. Silence filled the room, thick enough to choke on. Finally, she whispered, "You tracked me." I laughed, bitter, broken. "You lied to me." Tears filled her eyes, though I couldn't tell if they were guilt or pity. "Michael, don't you dare," I said, standing. "You could have told me you weren't happy. You could have said you wanted out. But instead, you chose him." Her voice cracked. "It wasn't like that." "It's exactly like that." I cut in. "You were working late. All right. Just not at your job." That night, she slept in the guest room. I didn't hear her cry. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't care enough to. By morning, she was gone. A short note on the counter. "I'm sorry. You didn't deserve this. I'll come by for my things later." No explanation. No fight. Just a hollow apology and silence. It's been 6 months now. People say time heals everything, but that's a lie. Time doesn't heal. It just dulls the edges of pain until you can hold it without bleeding. I still see her sometimes, not in person, but in the ghost of what we were, in the empty side of the bed, in the way I still check my phone at 9 p.m. expecting a text that never comes. But I've learned something. Trust isn't about believing someone won't lie. It's about knowing what to do when they do. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do isn't to forgive. It's to stop waiting for an apology that will never be enough. Because love can survive many things: distance, time, struggle, but not betrayal.